How many different colours of hair has she had? This question.
What was the name of the race dog that Helen bet on?
Runnabird!
Oh, was it?
I know she shouted Runnabird.
What did she call it? Runnabird?
Molly Lethbridge, yeah.
Because of the runner.
We had a third called James, who was called Runnabird.
Yeah.
And that's why they shouted it. But Molly, that was the name of the other dog. Yeah, because she liked the name.
This one's pretty difficult. Well.
Vicky in the cell.
No.
Oh, Karen's doing it.
Karen to Nikki. Yeah. And what did she say back?
Is that an inquiry after my health?
Is that an interjection or an inquiry after my health?
We thought we'd start in the middle and work our way up. Well, up and down. Variety of the spice of life. In it, miss.
Julie.
Julie!
When did we say that?
What did we say? Oh, little smudger.
Oh, Tinker! Tinker the Stinker.
Tinker, yes.
Oh, right.
That was no, I like that.
Tinkerbell, wasn't it?
Was this?
Yeah, kittens. Tinkerbell.
Last question. A bit difficult, I didn't get it, but she did. Lots of strings to your bow then. It's a deleted scene.
Yeah. Two.
Yes, Nikki. It's on the outtakes though, isn't it? Outtakes though, isn't it?
Well, I think that I was quite pleased actually. I mean, me and Kika had said for this year, so just so for example, the NTA, the awards, that we probably wouldn't go this year, and then coupled with the fact that we found out we were axed, I was quite glad about that decision. But this is quite nice. This is sort of I don't know, not a tying up, because I don't think it's over yet, but this is quite nice, they've all come together, and obviously a few of you we've met anyway, and that sort of thing, but it's quite nice, isn't it? It's a nice sort of finish. But maybe, maybe to go on to something else, I don't know, I don't want to say it's that final, but I was quite looking forward to it.
Yeah, no, I think it was, actually, because we sort of just got a phone call, and some people just got a letter to say it's over. There was nothing for us, we didn't actually say goodbye to one another. We presumed we were going to see each other again, and we do meet up, obviously we do keep in touch, quite a few of us are friends, but we had expected to have something which would have been all of us together, we would have been told all together if it was going to happen, but we didn't think for a minute it was going to happen, so this is nice, this is actually very nice.
Like we said yesterday that we're doing Children in Need, so I had to, I volunteered to go down and get, because we're going to be wearing our overalls in it. So I said, I'll go down and get the costumes, And the day before, we found out that we'd finished, but I still had to go back down to the studios. Of course, I'm walking on this corridor with Emily, our publicity woman, and she said, do you want to have a look at the set? Because it's going. I was like, oh, God. But it's all a bit serious now, do you know what I mean? And I went and picked out the costumes, didn't I? And I texted Kate, so I cried. Except at the end, do you know what I mean? Because I just thought, oh, flipping heck. I'm not going to be wearing that again, and I know it probably sounds a bit daft now, but yeah, it was quite emotional, wasn't it?
Well, it's a long time. If we've been filming for 8 years, then actually, because we film mostly 6 months of the year, that's 4 years of your life. But actually it is 8 years, because you're seeing each other every year. And I'm going to go back with Vic and take back some of the stuff and collect some other stuff.
Which we
will, yeah.
So check out eBay and that's
because in our cell we've got little things up right from the start when we first arrived, and there's some just little things in there I'd quite like to have. And we had flowery duvets, the others had horrible stuff, but the Julie cell was always nice, No, but I just, actually, I have to say about that, we had a very comfy little cell, and then we discovered that the crew in their lunch hour were kipping in there, which I really didn't snoring away up there, But, yeah, no, it is very nice to be, and actually, I tell you what, we're completely amazed that you guys are so, we are, I know, it's just amazing that you're so passionate about it. It's hard, when you do a job like you do, you love your job and everything, but it's very hard for us to understand how passionate other people can be about something, how it touches their lives and how it affects them.
I mean, how many times, let's say a box set, how many times have you have watched it? A couple of times, or?
Just keep going over and over and over.
Hundreds?
We start from 1 and go through to like 7 in the DVDs, and you've got series 8 tape.
Yeah.
And then you watch the tape, and then back to 1, and then you just keep going.
So you'd have like a, I don't know, a Bad Girls Marathon day? Like,
You just keep constantly on, you know.
all the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, really? That's wicked.
Go to sleep about 4 o'clock in the morning.
I killed you.
But it's very heartwarming, you know, we are really amazed and actually very touched, so, and I think actually it makes you realise that you've been very lucky to do a job that you have done.
Yeah, definitely.
You know? And I do think about Shed is that they wanted to bring, as well as anything, the plight of women into focus, you know, and also, don't forget, as actors, women are almost, if you look at the telly, it's predominantly men on there. And to have a series with all those women in it is extraordinary.
Yeah.
It's so unusual. If you watch the telly, you'll see there'll be at least 5 men to 1 woman.
Yeah. There isn't any, is there? You know, there's nothing like
Yeah.
like
And I actually wrote, when I said goodbye to them, I wrote and said, I do hope that you will manage to do more series where you've got a lot of women there. I know that when we had directors who came in, they were terrified. They were absolutely terrified. And we had, I'll tell you something we had originally this PR woman, and she was appalling.
Deborah.
Her name was Deborah, and she decided that she was going to have us all chained up in our short skirts. Well, we, I don't know, behind bars, looking like real, just...
There is one, do you know that publicity that was sort of chained, handcuffed together, but I mean, she wanted it almost pornographic.
It was real sort of abuse of women, you know, and we stood there, and then, I can't remember who started, but somebody kicked off.
It was Mandana.
It was Mandana, and then it all kicked off. How dare you treat us like that? How dare you? You don't need to do this to us, do you know what I mean? So it was really, she was put in her place. But I think after that, I think people who came in, because I don't think we were rude or anything, but I think it's quite intimidating coming to a big set full of sassy women, you know, what they want, what they're going to do, and what they're not going to do, you know. So, yeah, I think it was, I think it must have been quite frightening for a lot of those men.
Never mind. Yes, Lily.
What actresses inspired you?
Well, I really liked, when I was growing up, there was, do you know like the Mike Leigh films? And there's a couple there, one called, which nobody will know, called Meantime, and the likes of like Phil Daniels and Gary Oldman and Tim Roth were in it back then. They were only about 14, 15 then, they were a bit older than me, and I remember seeing them thinking, I want to do that. But I didn't really get it at the time. I was only about 10 or 12, and then I guess a huge influence when I went to drama school was Victoria Wood. I used to be absolutely upset, I mean mad about her, and I used to do like her audition speeches for my drama school stuff, and I still love her now, but I think she's just gone, you don't see so much of her now, do you? Yeah. Nah, but I mean all that, she used to do all those songs, you know, Let's do it, that's it, you know, and all that. So I used to find it, you know, quite amazing, very inspiring. I loved all of that. I can't think of anybody serious. Kika, what about you?
I don't think there was anybody. I just wanted to act. I just loved being on stage. I don't think I looked at anybody and thought, God, they're wonderful. But I do think now, I love Kate Blanchett. I think she's fantastic. A wonderful filmic face. You can read her expressions just travelling through her face. And I think that you'll find that actually it is true that stage and telly is very different, that you can get a very good television face, you know, you can have somebody who may not be fantastic on stage, but the camera really likes them, and that you can really read their face, and it works very well for them. But there's a lady called Elaine Atkins who I was at the National with, who I really loved. She wasn't in it Upstairs Downstairs, but she was one of the creators of Upstairs Downstairs.
Yeah, she wrote House of Elliot.
Oh, right, yeah, so... But yeah, there are people, I just can't think of them, to be honest.